everyone, it's Sheena LaShay, and today I wanted to address a comment that was left on my video, Healthy Hair Tips. The comment reads, I agree that living stress-free helps, but I think one has to be more realistic about the expectations of where people are at in their lives. For some people, money is an issue, so they cannot afford organic food, or they live in a neighborhood that doesn't even have a grocery store. Sometimes the stress we experience we have no control over, like racism, police harassment, domestic violence, and poverty. These are things we cannot control, but we are greatly affected by. Just offering a different perspective, sister. And your hair looks great. That's what she wrote. Now, I just wanted to address the comment and give my opinions on it. One, I want to say that I don't think I ever said that to have health, that your life needs to be stress-free. If I did, I may have misspoken a little. I'm sure you've heard about good and bad stress. And I think there are times when stressful situations occur, and it's about how we respond to the stress. Yes, there are things outside of our control. Almost everything in the world except for us. No, I can't control if my neighbor is racist or not, but I control how I respond to him. I control how I engage with him. I control the time that I interact with him. Or, you mentioned police harassment. Yeah, you can't control someone else, especially an authority figure, harassing you, but you control how you respond to that. Yeah, there are people who are pulled over by the cops for no reason, but some people cop an attitude, some people fuel the fire and it escalates, or you stay above reproach and keep on moving. Because yeah, we can't control everything and there are injustices. You mentioned you can't control domestic violence. That one I don't know about. You might not be able to control the first time someone hits you. If you're an adult, okay, for children it's different. Especially if you're an adult, if someone hits you that first time, maybe you didn't see that one coming and it came out of nowhere, but you control everything after that. You can leave. Even if you have to live in a shelter or you have to live in a friend's attic to get away from that situation, you control it. You can either stay a victim and keep getting beat and keep experiencing verbal, emotional, physical, or sexual violence, or you can get out of that situation. So I'm not sure what you mean by saying that you can't control domestic violence. I mean, you can't control it happening to 1,000 people in the world, but you can protect yourself. And poverty, that's another thing that sometimes is out of your control. There are some people that make $0 a year or $10,000 a year or $10 million a year. I believe that no matter what you're making, there are ways to live a fulfilling life, to get up off your feet and to excel. She also mentioned how some people can't afford to eat organic or they don't have a grocery store in their neighborhood. My answer to that is to then take the bus and go to a different neighborhood. My neighborhood has a grocery store, but it's not that great. And so I also travel a further distance to go to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and different farmers markets at parks and stuff, because sometimes actually the fruits and vegetables there are cheaper than any of the grocery stores. So I don't, this isn't towards the person who wrote the comment, but towards the general attitude people have of like, oh, it's too expensive. That's an excuse, because there are, again, different levels of living a healthy life. Like, sure, maybe you can't afford kale and Swiss chard, but you could also buy an apple instead of that Big Mac. You could bake the chicken instead of frying the chicken. Like, there are alternatives no matter how much you make, because it's not just about the money. You could say you can't afford to eat organic. Okay, find 4 or 3 friends of yours, right? And you all agree to rotate cooking at each other's houses. That way you're saving money and you're kind of splitting the responsibility of who's cooking. I did that. Like, I'm not speaking out the side of my mouth. This is what I did years ago. I had a few friends of mine where we rotated cooking at each other's houses because we were all single women, and cooking for one person, like, sometimes the food would spoil anyway, and I didn't want to eat leftovers every day, and I didn't want to always spend so much money on groceries. So we created this like perfect situation for us. So I just don't, I don't know what people mean when they say organic or natural food costs too much. No, eating shit for your entire life costs too much, because the health issues you're going to deal with later on. I mean, do you know how many of my family members have died from heart attack and heart failure and congestive whatever and cancer and whatever else? Like, the cost built up over time for eating cheap shit. Here's another example of, not being able to afford living a healthy life. Maybe, okay, I don't know how much like organic juice costs at the store anymore, because these days I don't even buy it. I only carry water in my house these days. I used to always have cranberry juice and lemonade as well as water. I never had pop, even though you can get 2 liter for 99 cents. And hey, that's cheap, it's $1. And that's easier than buying, I don't know, a $4 thing of cranberry juice. Yeah, there's a price difference. Or you could just not buy either. You could just drink water, because essentially that's all your body needs. It's a simple thing, but we don't want to do that. We like the sugary flavors in sodas and in fake juice, or whether it's real juice. Like, if you can't afford real juice, then just drink water. It's really simple. If you can't afford to go to yoga classes, look up the free YouTube videos on yoga and do yoga at home. Go run in the park if you can't afford a gym membership. If you can't afford 20 books on like a sustainable, simple lifestyle, go to the library. Like, there are alternatives to living a healthy life. It's that simple. It really is. I think it comes down to not even like the disparity between how much people make. That's part of it. It may be easier for a person to make more money to buy all of the organic stuff and hire a chef and blah, blah, blah. But even if you're not making a lot of money, I'm not a gazillionaire. It's about being innovative in your thinking. It's about being resourceful. It's about being creative and finding and making a way. Like, all that other stuff is just excuses. Can't afford, can't control. I can't afford everything. I can't control everything, but I will live my life on my own terms. And I won't sacrifice my health for a damn Big Mac and some grape drink. My life is too precious, my time is too precious to like screw over my life for instant gratification because it seems cheaper. And it annoys me when I see certain people are like, oh, I can't afford to live a healthy lifestyle, but they have on $100 jeans and like name brand gym shoes, and they're going to the beauty salon like every 2 weeks, and they're paying God knows what on their phone bill, and they're getting their nails done, their mani-pedi every week, but they can't afford an organic apple. Shut the hell up. Like, if you're that person, that's some bullshit to me. Not everyone's like that, though. So that's my response to when people say they can't afford to live a healthy lifestyle. You can have a low budget. You can be frugal and still live a healthy, fulfilling life. It is possible. You just have to find a way. Stop making excuses. And I'm not saying this like, oh, look at this like happy-go-lucky girl living in New York and she has all the answers. I was raised in the inner city on the south side of Chicago. I have family members in gangs, family members killed and murdered, like multiple people. I was not born with a silver spoon in my fucking mouth. Like, I'm not some like little Susie Q or Becky living on the Upper West Side of Chicago. I was born and raised in the freaking ghetto. So I know, my family has been stopped by the police. Like, my family has experienced police harassment. I have come from a family where I was abused. My stepfather beat me at one point. The court system like screwed over my case. I've experienced injustice and racism, and I'm saying these things because I've encountered it too. I didn't go to some private school and have like everything handed to me, but it's about taking full responsibility for your life. It's something you'll hear me say over and over again. You, and only you, can take full responsibility for your life. You can either give that control and that power to everyone. You can make excuses. You can say that you don't have enough money. Or you can live your life on your own terms and that be it. I gave suggestions on how to have healthy hair. I gave my suggestions, actually. I didn't say these are the suggestions that everyone in the world should follow, and if they don't, then like, woe is them. I even said there are people who don't do those things and they have long hair too. You've asked my perspective on how I achieve it, and I gave what I'm doing. Maybe you're able to do what you're doing and it's working for you as well. Do you?